Hello, how are you students? Today we will continue our story, so please get out your storybook. After the shoemaker finishes his talking with his wife, he arrives at his shop. And then he unlocks the door. What the meaning of unlocks? Unlocks mean opens. Okay, so the shoemaker arrives at his shop and unlocks the door. After that, he sees a beautiful pair of boots on the table. Okay, he sees an ugly pair of boots? No, he sees a beautiful pair of boots. Where? On the table. Okay, so he sees a beautiful pair of boots on the table. So he talks with himself and says, how is this possible? Okay, he can't know who brings these boots here. Okay. So he say, I can sell these boots and get good money. Okay. So he rushes to the market. What the meaning of rushes? Rushes mean run. He hurry quickly to the market and sell the boots. So he says, I can sell these boots and get good money. Okay. So he rushes to the market. And with the money, he buys 3 pieces of leather. One, two, three. So the shoemaker buys 4 pieces of leather? No. He buys 2 pieces of leather? No. He buys 3 pieces of leather. Okay. So the shoemaker, after he sells the boots, he buys with the money 3 pieces of leather. Okay. So please open page 10. Let's read together. The shoemaker arrives at his shop and unlocks the door. Underline unlocks. So the shoemaker arrives at his shop and unlocks the door. He sees a beautiful pair of boots on the table. Okay, underline beautiful pair of boots. On the table. How is this possible? Underline how is this possible? Says the shoemaker. Anyhow, I can sell these boots and get good money for them. So circle sell. He rushes to the market and sells the boots. Circle rushes. With the money, he buys 3 pieces of leather. Underline 3 pieces of leather. So let's repeat it again. The shoemaker arrives at his shop and unlocks the door. He sees a beautiful pair of boots on the table. How is this possible? He says the shoemaker. Anyhow, I can sell these boots and get good money for them. He rushes to the market and sells the boots. With the money, he buys 3 pieces of leather. Okay? So now get out your story booklet and open page 10. We have a new words in this page. Number 1 is unlock. We said unlock means open. Okay? Rush. Okay? So rush is the opposite of slow. Rush means hurry, run. Okay? Letter A, complete the sentence. Number 1, the shoemaker arrives at his. He arrives at his what? He arrives at his shop and he unlocks the window. No, he unlocks the door. So the shoemaker arrives at his shop and unlocks the door. Number 2, he what a beautiful pair of boots. He sees a beautiful pair of boots on the chair. No, on the table. So he sees a beautiful pair of boots on the table. Number 3, he can sell what? He can sell the boots and he will get what? Okay, he gets what? Money. So he can sell the boots and they get good money for them. He can sell the boots and they get good money for them. Number 4, he rushes to the market. He rushes to the market and sells the boots. Okay. Number 5, with the money he buys three pieces of leather. So with the money the shoemaker buys 3 pieces of leather. Letter B, answer the questions. Number 1, what does the shoemaker see on the table? What does the shoemaker see on the table? A beautiful pair of boots. He sees a beautiful pair of boots. Number 2, where does the shoemaker go to sell the boots? Where? To the market. So he goes to the market. Number 3, what does the shoemaker buy with his money? What does the shoemaker buy with his money? 3 pieces of leather. So he buys 3 pieces of leather. Thank you for listening. See you next time, inshallah.